He had Texas fans at "We will work like it's 4th and inches." We now welcome in the head coach of Texas football, Charlie Strong. Coach Strong, what do you mean by that? We will work like it's 4th and inches.
Well, I just want people to understand that it's going to be one of those, we're going to have a strong work ethic, and we're going to go as a coaching staff, and our players are going to go. But what you have to understand is when you say it's 4th and 1, that they understand the sense of urgency. And it's going to be a sense of urgency where guys knowing that you have to get it done, and we're not going to settle for anything less.
When you say 4th and 1, do you have the football or are you playing defense?
Well, it's either one. You got to go get the first down, and the defense got to go stop them. So we're on both sides of the ball. So offensively, if you're on offense, go get the first down. On defense, go stop them. Just give me a place to stand.
For you, so much going on in your life up to this point, just really the past 48 hours. What has it been like to go through this process and now end up in this whirlwind that is the University of Texas?
Well, it was truly a whirlwind, and what I wanted to do is not leave the University of Louisville, and I wanted to leave it the right way. And I had some time there, and I know this process had been going on for days because everybody kind of saying, hey, we're waiting on Coach Strong's decision. But our athletic director was out on a vacation, and he was taking some time off. So I wanted him to get back. Didn't really have a chance to tell the team bye because we had a team meeting on Sunday, and I was leaving. And I hate that I didn't have an opportunity to tell them bye. But it was a tough decision because when you've been a part of a group of young men's lives, and then all of a sudden you go change schools, and when they came to play for you, that was really tough. And then when you change your life, it's really tough because now you kind of feel like you're walking away. And I didn't want to feel like I was walking away. But I'm so happy to be on board here at the University of Texas. And what's really great now is that I get all this media today. You know, I walked in there and I said, oh, my God, where am I walking to? It's in a press conference, isn't it? But really what helped me and what really set me up for that day is I had a staff meeting earlier with about 500 people, and I walked in there and I said, oh, okay, we're going to is this the press? Or is this right now we're going to have my meeting? It's like, no, it's coming later.
It's coming later, and it's a storm coming right at you. And for a guy that, I've heard this. I heard that Charlie Strong is a guy that doesn't dislike, hates the media. How do you respond when you hear people saying stuff like that?
I just laugh about it because, when I ever look at the media, I look at it, it's no different than anyone else. When you talk, someone asks you a question, just answer the question. It's not that hard. But people say that because just maybe how I carry myself.
You're not jumping up and down.
Jumping and down, and I'm screaming, and I'm like, let's go. But no, I do not dislike the media. I hate the media. If someone asks me to do something, I'll do it.
Well, let's go to the beginning of this process. How did you first learn that Texas was interested in you becoming the head coach?
Well, it was a process that started right after Coach Brown had resigned, and so you're kind of sitting there, and then you become one of the candidates, and just didn't know just how strong you were, because you had your own team that you was trying to get ready and get focused on it. And what I didn't want to do is last season we got so caught up in the Tennessee search, and I didn't want that to be a distraction this year for our team with the Texas search. So I said, hey, if I'm just one of the candidates, let's keep it low key. Because I don't want to take the university through it anymore. I don't want to take the city through it. And I really don't want to take my team through it. So with the process, we kind of kept it we kind of toned it down. But just when we dealing with just the whole committee and dealing with Steve, it was so fortunate that they never once, even when things leaked, it didn't leak from us. I don't know where it was coming from because I denied. And I just wanted to make sure that I gave the University of Louisville an opportunity, that they had given me an opportunity, but I wanted to make sure that I was not going to be just splashed all over this place like I was with the Tennessee search.
What was it like for you when the offer was presented?
Well, you think about just your coaching career, and you think about the number of years that you have put into it, and then all of a sudden, this is what you really work for. At the end of the day, when you wake up, you say, "Wow, that is really what I want," and you know what, I want to go after that job. But the players, but you do not want to disrespect the players that you already have. You don't want to disrespect the university that you have, and no disruption at all. So when it became available, and I became that guy, it was one of those like, this is one of the top 5 in the country, and for me, the top 3 in the country, top 1 in the country, and then you wanted to make sure that that's that top 1% or 1%. That's what we are here.
Why do you think Texas wanted Charlie Strong?
Well, it's so many reasons. You know, there's a lot of candidates out there, but when you're looking for passion, when you're looking for strength, when you're looking for someone just to change your program, and I say this, I'm following a legend. You know, there's been so many great coaches here. You know, from Coach Roll to Coach McWilliams to Coach Akers to Coach Brown, but the foundation has been laid within this program, a program with a strong tradition, strong history. Only thing I can do is take a brick, lay on top of what's already been built, and continue the tradition, the integrity, what it really stands for.
And when people watch this team coached by you, what do you want them to say?
I want them to say that is a well-coached football team. That is a very disciplined football team, a team that plays hard, a team that plays with passion, a team that has fun. You have to enjoy the game, and you want your players to really enjoy the game. And when they're out there, you don't want them to make it look like they're sleepwalking. Hey, wake up and let's go to work now. Let's get something to us. Let's have a little swag to us.
And now you have your defensive coordinator, formerly at Louisville, Vance Bedford, who's one of the all-time greats here at the University of Texas. What did he tell you about what to expect with this job, with this program?
Well, Vance has been a great help to me because he played here, and he was with Earl Errol Campbell. I had a chance to speak to Earl today, but he just spoke about just the university and just when you talk to a former player, it's all about the pride they have and the passion they have, and that's what you want. Because when players talk about their university and they're so proud, then you know it has to be a special place.
Now, when it comes to game days, how involved will you be in terms of play calling and the X's and O's and the actual execution of what you see particularly run by your team?
Well, let me say this, not only from game day, from practice, I'm going to be involved. I'm a defensive coach, and I don't tell them what to do, but I sit in the meetings. I'm in the meeting room, so I will be involved. And even with special teams, I will be involved. I'm not one of those coaches that just can sit around. I have to be involved, and I want to coach and just make sure that things are getting done the right way. And I'm not looking over their shoulder. That's why they're a coach, and I have enough faith and enough trust that they're going to do their job, but I will truly be involved.
So what type of defense do you run? How would you best describe that?
A very aggressive defense, very multiple. It comes at you in all kind of different ways. We like to blitz. We're a team that love to blitz and play a lot of man coverage. But it's also going to depend on who we play. You know, you look in this conference, there are really a ton of good offenses. You know, we're looking at Baylor, looking at Texas Tech, looking at Oklahoma State, looking at what Oklahoma just did to Alabama when Alabama has one of the premier defenses. But I would say this, we beat Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Texas beat Oklahoma, so let's make sure everyone knows that. But just look at that, and you have a lot of respect for all these coaches in this conference. So we want to make sure that we are very aggressive and just making sure that, hey, we got to get the job done.
Well, you also put a smile on Texas fans' face back in 2008. As the defensive coordinator with Florida, you go up against one of the highest scoring offenses in the history of college football, Sam Bradford in Oklahoma. You hold them to 14 points. So what was the key to stopping that, as you described, the Nintendo offense that they were running?
Well, it was it. And like I said, I have a lot of respect for Bob Stoops. And we're playing, you know, you get the game, so you probably have about a month to get ready for the championship game. And so I'm looking at Sam Bradford. I'm looking at Gresham, I think was a tight end he had.
Jermaine Gresham, yep.
And he had all these players, and I'm sitting there like, wow, I mean, how are we going to stop them? And I told our offense then, I said, listen, it's going to be a track meet. You guys, I said, Urban, we're going to have to score this team because we're not going to stop them. And so you get into the flow of the game, and our guys, I think it is our players they were intimidated, but they didn't want to get embarrassed because they knew if they could be very easily could have been embarrassed. But they played that night, and we were able to hold them at 14 points.
And you also say that you want your offense to be up-tempo. So what are the challenges as a defensive-minded head coach balancing that up-tempo offense, but also looking out for what's best for your defense to be productive?
Well, we're going to play to one another, and one of my goals is number one is go play great defense. So our offense understands that we got to go play great defense because a lot of times it doesn't matter how many points. If you can't stop them on defense, you're going to get beat anyway. So let's go play great defense. But I want an up-tempo offense. I want an offense that can move the chains, and let's keep the chains moving, and let's make sure we don't get behind. And when I talk about getting behind, I don't want to look at it as being a 2nd and 14. Yeah. Let's say, hey, let's make it 2nd and 5 to 6, something that we can function with so we can get it a 3rd 1 or 2. But it's an offense, mental toughness, physical toughness, and that's what the team's going to be built on. We got to be able to run the football. If you're going to be good, you have to be able to run the ball, and that builds toughness in your program.
And finally, what's the best part about being the head coach of Texas?
The media.
I was waiting for that. I was hoping you'd go that route. We're just ending it right there. He said it. It's on tape. It will live forever. Charlie Strong, head coach of Texas football. Coach, thank you so much for sharing time with us here on Longhorn Network.
Thank you.
We're holding him to that.